Yes, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. Of course, this is the Grizzly Talk Podcast with your host, Kennedy Patterson. Welcome back to the podcast for sure, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for staying tuned for us. Again, the podcast streaming all over Spotify, Pandora, iTunes, iHeart Radio, and get this, ladies and gentlemen, we've got a new sponsorship and new distribute for our platforms. It's called Podchaser. Give it up to Podchaser. Yes. So that is our new distribution service. Of course, you guys can go download the app either on your Apple App Store. Type in Podchaser, download it. Of course, once you download it, it's on your phone for sure. And with that, you can type in Grizzly Talk Podcast. You can listen to every single podcast ever made for the GTP community. Of course, you guys can go to the app and it lists all of the podcasts we've done as of this far. So recommend it for sure. If you missed the previous podcast, whether it's the 1 hour spectacular episodes that we do or the special podcast that have our special guest as part of the podcast for sure. So I really recommend you guys going out and doing that. It's going to be very, very, very exciting for sure. I really recommend you guys downloading the app and listening to almost every podcast. And we have about 47 podcasts we were able to do. So proud of that accomplishment. So really, really proud of the accomplishments that we were able to do. And we're still growing here at the Grizzly Talk Podcast community and the GGC community as a whole. Now we are live. And you see it on our Instagram. We are not live here from the Grizzly Digital Network. Unfortunately, we were not able to get in that room, and there's a good reason for that. Of course, Matt Mahoney, Grizzly Digital Network, Matt Mahoney, and also GGC Softball, they traveled to Taiwan this past week, so we weren't able to do that because he's not here. He's not in the States. He's overseas in Taiwan. I wanted to give a congratulations to the GGC softball community. They were able to pull off their goal, and to go to Taiwan is something amazing. I see GGC Softball's Twitter post. I've seen their Instagram and quite a few of the athletes that I follow personally. So it really is amazing to see that they're having a great time in Taiwan. And I can't wait until they come back to the States. Maybe we can get them on the podcast. Maybe I can ask them some questions about Taiwan and their whole experience within their trip. Best of luck to you ladies out there playing the softball over in Taiwan. And we can't wait to have you guys back in the States where we can interview you guys here at Grizzly Talk Podcast for sure. Now, today's a fun episode. It really is a fun episode. It's a beautiful Tuesday. It's kind of muggy outside, so it's not too sunshiny outside, but it really is a good time for sure for the outside world. Of course, it's a kind of a muggy day, but it's kind of a good day for sure. GGC Career Center, they have they thank the Wellstar for offering a lunch and learn for nursing students. I do know about Wellstar simply because my dad works for Wellstar. So my dad's a nurse, so he works for Wellstar, and he's pretty familiar with that area in the form of nursing, as well as my mom. So we are very familiar with Wellstar. Seeing on their Instagram right now, they look like they had a really, really good time for that. Of course, Wellstar teaching them the ethics and the learning aspects of the nursing field, the nursing industry for the nursing students. So that's always good. You have a community to come out and really bring something like that. And they were able to advocate and have to learn and get students to learn about the nursing community for sure. And my props to them because I'm kind of squeamish, so I couldn't really, so I'm not really too big on the nursing field a little bit, but they do it, and it's really, really amazing. Of course, GGC Scrubs had their meeting today. They're celebrating free pizza. They say come say hi and find out what they had planned for the semester. That was in room H 1244 at 2 p.m. Right now it's 2 p.m. So we're recording in the digital media lab right now. So we're going to miss this event, but it looks like it had a really good time. And pizza, you can't go wrong with pizza. It really is amazing for sure for that pizza. They probably had some good pepperoni, some good cheese, maybe some sausage. So I really recommend it. You guys, my good friend Sydney, she reached out and we talked about the plans for the future for the radio and podcasting, and she's out there doing her thing with GGC Scrub, so it really is amazing. And of course, SGA, This is something you guys do not want to miss. The SGA Town Hall meeting will be this Thursday, February 6th at 2 to 3:30 p.m. That is, of course, our grace period. I really recommend you guys going out there to that event for sure. It's a town hall meeting. SGA is very, very concerned in what you want to do, what they want to do for the change of GGC. So I really recommend you ladies and gentlemen of GGC community to go out to this event. If you have not been to this event yet, really recommend. It's going to be in the Student Center. The second floor lounge is where they're going to be having their town hall. They really want to express the concerns. I did hear auxiliary services will be there. The Grizzly Dining will be there. And I did hear GGC Parking and Services is going to be there. So it really is amazing opportunity to let you students out there go to this grand GGC community to let your voice be heard and express your concerns and for the change or for the change of future here at GGC. So I really recommend it. You guys can see the little commercial post there that we kind of advertise for GGC's Town Hall, SGA Town Hall meeting now. A little tidbit for you guys out there. If you want a kind of an infomercial for our Instagram, just let us know. You know, if you got an event coming up, let us know. We'll be sure to work on magic and make videos for you guys to help advertise and market for your event. It really is a great tool for marketing and letting the GGC community know about your event. It all starts with one video, 1 minute, 10-second video for sure, and it's stuff like that. It gets out there, and students really do see it. So I really recommend you guys emailing us for sure. You can email me at kpatterson2@ggc.edu. Of course, they have the meditation series is back. Of course, the Student SGA and Student Affairs Faculty Committee presents the Student, Faculty, and Staff Meditation Series. It's every Wednesday. Every Wednesday, spring of 2020, it's going to be 12 to 1 in the Res Life Building, 3000. So it's a really good opportunity to see the Res Life Building. I am pretty familiar with the Res Life Building. I was an RA, as most of you guys might be aware. So I really recommend you guys going out there for sure. It's Student, Faculty, and Staff Meditation Series. Most people don't know this about me, but I do like to meditate. I do meditate on my days and time that I have, whether it's before work, after work, before podcast, after a podcast, before a big test, definitely before a big test. I'll always meditate before a big test and after a big test to kind of ease the stress down a little bit. So I really recommend you guys going out there. Of course, every Wednesday, it's going to be 12 to 1. So it's not really a grace period, but if you have that time available, really recommend it. It's going to be Res Life Building 3000 for sure. And of course, the GGC Rebooks discussion on Thursday, February 6th from 11 to 12 p.m. Spring semester's first book discussion of Educated by Tara Westover. This year's GGC Read Select will be Thursday, February 6th from 11 a.m. to 12 p.m. in the Kaufman Library. And L1128, again, that's L1128. The discussion group is open to any student, faculty, or staff member of GGC. Of course, they're going to have individual book discussions. Another one's coming up Wednesday, February 19th. And of course, another one Thursday, March 5th. And Wednesday, March 25th. Wednesday again at April 8th. And then Thursday at April 23rd. So again, those are dates that you don't want to miss if you want to have a book discussion in the library. It really is an amazing time for you to meet other students and other faculty members and really express their ideals for what's coming up for sure. Of course, you've got the spring break trips sponsored by GGC Outdoors Adventures. Of course, they were the winner of our GTP Spotlight for spring of 2020, which reminds us, of course, if you want to be nominated or if you're going to nominate RSO or a faculty member or a department, all you have to do is contact us at grizzly_talk on our Instagram, or you can contact me via email. It's kpatterson2@ggc.edu for that. So Outdoor Adventures, they did win their GTP Spotlight last week. Of course, the spring break is going to be March 1st through the 3rd. Going to be kayaking and hiking in Amelia Island, Florida. And also, they're going to be doing it March 6th and 8th for canoeing and camping in the Okefenokee Swamp in Georgia. Students will be given the opportunity to interact with other GGC participants while also being able to canoe, camp, hike, and kayak in this great outdoors. The cost of the trip is only $75. Just let that sink in, ladies and gentlemen of GGC community. $75. I mean, you can't beat it. You cannot beat that. $75 is open to all currently enrolled GGC students. So, of course, you have to be sure you're enrolled in classes. The payment includes, and then get this, food, transportation, camping, and all gear and equipment that will be needed for a 3 full day of activities. Bam. That's all it is. It really is amazing. $75, you get all of that. You get food, transportation, camping, and equipment only for $75. Yeah. GGC Outdoors Adventures, that's what they do. They do really fun trips like that. Very inexpensive trip like that. It really is amazing. I really recommend you guys going out there and you're doing your thing. Again, GGC Outdoor Adventures, they are a good friend of ours for the podcast, and they really give out these really awesome trips that doesn't cost a lot to do. $75 is not a lot of money if you think about it. It's for 3 days, and then you can say you did something for spring break, to take a break from projects and classes and things we have to do on a daily basis here at GGC. So I really recommend you guys go out there and you do your thing there for sure. The next announcement I wanted to kind of talk about here on the Grizzly Talk Podcast, Tuesday's episode. And again, this is kind of relating to Grizzly Dining. Of course, let us know what you think. Auxiliary Services and Grizzly Dining did send out an email this morning about saying goodbye to Moe's. We all know Moe's is closed for the A building. Now they want to hear your voices for next restaurants to come up in the A building. And I wanted to kind of pick your brain a little bit for this for sure. I think they should have a wing spot. I mean, most people know this about me. I love wings. I love chicken wings. I love hot wings. I love chicken tenders. I love it all. It really is good. I love chicken. So I think they should put a wing spot. Now, my vote, and comment below on the podcast if you agree, my vote is, they put in a Zaxby's. They put in American Deli. They put in, they already have Chick-fil-A, but they should put in a wing spot of some sort to cover up Moe's. Because if you think about it, you already got your flat out chicken and being Chick-fil-A. Chick-fil-A is not going anywhere. A lot of students love Chick-fil-A, and I love Chick-fil-A too. You got Chick-fil-A. They already have a sandwich bar at the dining hall, so it really wouldn't make no sense to go and do Subway again or to do Which if we already got a sandwich bar in Grizzly Dining Hall in general. So you got that. You got your Einsteins. You got your Starbucks. You got your Panda Express, so you do have some Chinese food there. I think they should put a wing spot. My vote is Zaxby's or American Deli. One of the two. I think they're going to have some really good sales for that. A lot of people love chicken wings, including myself. I definitely would eat from the A building if they put in a chicken wing spot. Not saying that, it's not a downgrade for A building. I just don't eat on campus because I cook at home. I make my own home meals. But if I had to pick, I will put in a Zaxby's or American Deli. Let me know what you think. We're going to expand more on that in the next podcast, but let me know what you think. I just wanted to pick your brain a little bit, what you think they should replace the Moe's in the A building. What do you think they should have in that in placement of Moe's? I love Chipotle, but I don't think they should put a Chipotle in there because, Chipotle is kind of a bit of the expensive side. So I really wouldn't recommend putting a Chipotle to replace a Moe's because it probably would have been the same price. And then they technically would have been back to square one if you think about it. So it really is amazing to see if they put a chicken wing spot. Someone told me in 2014 they had a chicken wing spot before I came to GGC. And then they took it off. So again, bring it back. That's all I can say is bring it back. So that's going to do it for the podcast, ladies and gentlemen, with your host, Kennedy Patterson, for Tuesday's episode. Please be sure, if you're, again, wanting to nominate an RSO or a department for the next GTP Spotlight this week, all you have to do is email me at kpatterson2@ggc.edu or direct message us on our Instagram right now at grizzly_talk. Let us know about your RSO or department or faculty member or student that you want to be on the next GTP Spotlight. We'll make the video and give them their own special spotlight for the week. It really is an amazing time for that. Again, shout out to the Digital Media Lab for letting us use the sound booth. I can't wait to do more podcasting in here in the near future. So that's going to do it for the Grizzly Talk Podcast with your host, Kennedy Patterson. We'll see you guys in the next podcast. Go Grizzlies.